It's me, Spider-Man. Or, it's me, Peter Parker. Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Peter Parker, Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. He's so cool, isn't he, with all the web slinging and everything. And he's really like Jesus, Spider-Man, because he swings in and rescues people from a mess they can't rescue themselves from. And that's like Jesus. But here's a way that Spider-Man is not like Jesus. Spider-Man is just Peter Parker in disguise. Peter Parker and Spider-Man are the same person. Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Spider-Man, Peter Parker. The same person in different disguises. Now, some people think that about Jesus, that he's just God in a different disguise. The God who made the world disguised in a human body, and then he's the God who made the world again. And there's one God, and he's just a God in a disguise, a human disguise. But what the Bible says in John's book we're looking at is that Jesus is God's Son. That God has always been a family, a Father and a Son and a Spirit, loving each other perfectly. And it was the Son, God the Son, who came to earth. So not God the Father in disguise, but God the Son himself. Now, why does that matter? Well, it matters because of what we read today in John's book. It says in John 1 verse 12, to all who received him, Jesus, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. That's what Jesus is inviting all of us to become part of God's family, the family that is Father, Son, and Spirit. And you know, you just can't walk in and be part of someone's family, demand to be there. Someone has to bring you. And the story of the Bible is that Jesus, God's Son, says to us, trust in me and I'll bring you into God's family to be God's child like I am. That's why it matters that Jesus is not just God the Father in a different disguise. He is God the Son come to see us. So, Jesus is like Spider-Man because Spider-Man swings in and rescues people, and that's what Jesus does. But Jesus is not like Spider-Man because he is not just God in disguise. He's God's Son come to welcome us into God's family.